I've been a certified athletic trainer for over 38 years. I got my undergraduate degree at Penn State University. Then I got my master's at West Virginia University. Spent 17 years in the university setting as an athletic trainer, an instructor, and an administrator. Then 21 years in the professional ranks, 15 of it being the head athletic trainer for the Chicago Bears. And then I was also on the 1992 Winter Olympic staff when we went to Albertville. We know in sports and athletics, especially football, you culminate developing life skills. So it's important that we protect the brain, which is growing leaps and bounds during our youth's formative years. With that being said, we have to do our utmost, whatever way possible, to protect the brain of the youth in sports and in football. Initially, during our Penn State study, we looked at the frequency and intensity of impacts on the head and how it related to cognitive function during the season and postseason. After we had that information, we added the Protex to the helmets to see if there was any relationship in those factors being decreased over a single football season. The research at Penn State told us after we added the Protect covers to the helmets that it negated upwards of 50% the intensity and the frequency of subconcussive blows to our offensive and defensive linemen. The study was unique because it was the only independent, objective study ever done on helmet covers, and particularly Protect, that proved that they were effective. The medical community is focused primarily on identifying mild traumatic brain injury and also the treatment of mild traumatic brain injury. Only till recently added prevention to that in tackling techniques and also practice cadence. We know by adding a Protect that it's a proven effective method to eliminate the amount of contacts, especially during practice periods. The research tells us that the majority of concussions or concussion impacts happen during practices, just because the amount of practices there are and the intensity of the practices. The other important aspect of the Penn State study is we've had over a half a dozen papers published on various aspects of the study and the research we conducted. As a certified athletic trainer, we deal with the prevention of injuries, the immediate care of injuries, and the rehabilitation and treatment of injuries. And I thought because of the information that we gathered from the Penn State study, I was obligated as a healthcare professional to educate coaches, administrators, the athletes, fellow athletic trainers and physicians, and most importantly, the parents on the benefits of wearing a Protect, specifically in practice and then hopefully in the games. As a certified athletic trainer, a father, mentor, preceptor, friend, the mission of SAFR aligns with the philosophy that I was brought up on following the golden rule and treating everybody as you'd like to be treating, specifically as it does with preventing injuries and making sports safer.